just invite you to begin to relax, setting up your space, closing down the eyes, beginning to take deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose or mouth. Just beginning to attune to the breath, relaxing the body. And I'll begin by saying an opening prayer. You can just listen to my voice and receive. And so we do acknowledge the forces of light, asking for guidance, direction, and courage to know the truth as it is revealed for our highest good and the highest good of everyone connected to us. Take a deep breath in and out. Allowing the eyelids to hang heavy, allowing the skin beneath the eyes to completely relax. Relax the jaw, relax the shoulders. Imagining a line of energy running down the spine, all the way to the base of the feet. Just imagining that the body is beginning to melt like liquid down, down, down into the surface beneath you, letting go of anything you no longer need, letting it all melt away. Deep breaths. And so we do acknowledge the forces of light, asking for guidance, direction, and courage to know the truth as it is revealed for our highest good and the highest good of everyone connected to us. O Holy Spirit, protect us from all forms of self-centeredness and direct our attention to the work at hand. Help us to know ourselves in the light of the Akashic Records, to see ourselves through the eyes of the Lords of the Records, and enable us to share the wisdom and compassion that the masters, teachers, and loved ones have for us. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. The records are now open. The records are now open. The records are now open. So begin to imagine that a blue bubble of light is all the way around your body. A majestic blue bubble of light, feeling the peace of this light, feeling how it holds you and protects you. And this blue bubble of light begins to lift you gently, carefully up, lifting you up so that in your own room you are levitating, lifting you up above the ground, lifting you up through the roof of your home. And this bubble of light begins to carry you on the breeze. And you feel yourself getting lighter and lighter, higher and higher, taking deeper breaths, breathing here for 15, 14, 13, traveling up on the breeze. For 12, looking down at the trees. 11, passing valleys, mountains. For 10, going higher and higher, traveling a little bit faster. For 9, 8, 7, and as you travel higher, you feel more light, more free, more joyful. Traveling up for 6, beginning to pass fluffy clouds, beautiful clouds, some big, some small. And your bubble is carrying you up past the clouds for 5, 4, 3, floating up, up, up for 2, and 1. As you float up, this golden ray of sunshine begins to cascade upon you. And the sun is so bright, so warming, so radiant that it begins to merge with your blue bubble. And you feel this light as if it's pulling you even higher. Your bubble is bringing you deeper into the threshold of this light, continuing to breathe. And in the distance, not too far away, you spot this miraculous, floating marble temple. Gaze at the temple and take it in your mind's eye, noticing how big it is, noticing how radiant it is, and your bubble is pulling you towards it, and you begin to travel to this temple for 10, 9, getting closer to the iridescent pillars and steps. For 8, feeling the sacredness of this place. For 7, 6, getting closer. For 5, 4, your bubble begins to travel down to the steps of the temple. For 3, 2, and 1. Your bubble lands you right at the base of the temple steps. Gaze down at your feet. Take a deep breath in and a big breath out. And now begin to place your feet on the steps climbing up. There are 10 steps in total to reach the door to this majestic temple. So step up for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, halfway there, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause in front of the temple door. And I want you to look at the door carefully. What color is it? Gaze at the door handle. What is it made of? Just taking a moment to acknowledge that on the other side of this door is all of your soul's wisdom. So, on the count of 3, I'll invite you to gently extend your hand and open the door for 1, 2, 3. Open the door and cross the threshold, and as you do, you're greeted with a wave of golden light. This light is so beautiful, so blinding that it takes your eyes a minute to adjust. Step further into the temple and begin to gently, slowly walk down the hallway. And as you do, you're surprised to see that on either side of the temple walls are rows of books, plenty of books, one after the other. You begin to trace your fingers along the books, feeling their textures, how big they are, how small they are. Go ahead and find your own Akashic Records book. You will know when you've found it. You may feel pulled to stop tracing your fingers. You may just be guided to one of the books in particular. And once you've found it, pull it out from the bookshelf and hold it in your hands. How heavy is it? Is it big? Is it small? Is it new? Or is it old? Just noticing, staying with the breath. Now go ahead and open the cover to this book, and you're surprised to see your name written out on the front page. Noticing how it's written, and then turning the page. And you see rows and rows, an entire table of contents of all different categories. Your life purpose, your relationships, your psychic gifts, and many, many more. So go ahead and find the chapter on life purpose. Life purpose. Turn to that chapter, and once you get there, you'll see purpose written at the top of the page. And I'll ask you a few questions, and your records will show you exactly what you need to know. Why did you go to the earth? Why did you go to the earth? Just taking in whatever comes, breathing deep. What is your purpose on the planet? What is your purpose on the planet? Your true soul's purpose. You may be shown it. You may hear it. Just allowing it to come to you. What are you most proud of in your lifetime? Over the course of your current human life, what are you most proud of? Who helps you achieve your purpose? Who helps you? Maybe you see specific faces, specific people, mentors or guides or friends. Breathing here, holding gratitude for all of these beautiful people who come in to support you. And what are your next steps with your purpose, your mission? What are your next steps? Is there anything you're being called to do or act upon at this time? Just taking in anything you receive. And next, turn to the chapter on intuition. Intuition. Turn the pages and find the chapter on intuition. In this chapter, we'll uncover your psychic gifts and how you can develop them. So gaze down at the page. What are your psychic gifts in this lifetime? What are your psychic gifts? How can you expand them? What activities can you do to become even more intuitive? You may be shown these activities. You may sense them or hear them, just trusting whatever you receive. Is there anything limiting your intuition? Just observing. Take a deep breath in and exhale, letting go of anything that's limiting your intuition, feeling yourself being recharged with this golden light, this wisdom of your soul. And as you feel this golden light filling you, you begin to become aware of a presence on your right side. So go ahead and gently turn to the right. And there, walking towards you, is one of your spirit guides. One of your spirit guides coming now to support you. And your spirit guide comes up and takes the book from your hands, tucking it under their arm. And they place their palms in front of you and they invite you to put your hands upon theirs. Take big, deep breaths. And your spirit guide is sending you loving, intuitive energy. Just receive this energy and gaze into the eyes of your spirit guide, noticing how wise they are, feeling their soul, feeling how they support you. And they have one message for you, and they'll share it right now. So just be present. Just receive. Your spirit guide wraps their arms around you and gives you a warm hug. Here they are, holding you, protecting you, loving you, reminding you that you are never alone. And now your spirit guide takes your hand. It is time, they say. It is time to begin to return. There's more to uncover, but that's enough for today. And they gently, slowly begin to walk alongside you back down the hallway. And you and your spirit guide walk side by side for 10, 9, 8, seeing the door, 7, 6, getting closer and closer, for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Your spirit guide turns to you and they say it's time for you to go back now to Earth. So take a moment to thank them, maybe giving them a hug, maybe bowing to them, maybe shaking their hand. Now turn and open the door handle once more. And on the count of 3, step across the threshold for 1, 2, 3. Stepping over, coming back to the top of the steps, and then go down the stairs for 10, 9, 8, traveling down for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your blue bubble comes and materializes around you, and you begin to travel back on the wind, coming back down, floating down gently in the sky, past the clouds, feeling full, feeling enlightened, traveling down, down, down gently, spotting the tops of the trees, spotting the valleys, the rivers, the mountains for 10, 9, getting closer to the ground now, seeing an open field for 8, getting closer for 7, for 6. Your bubble is slowing down and starting to travel very gently, very slowly. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Your bubble lands you on the surface of the earth on this beautiful green field. Now lie here. Keep the body relaxed. Come back to the earth. Come back to the body. Feeling all of your soul's wisdom returning back to your physical human form. Breathing here. And you can stay here lying down for as long as you would like. We'll just say a closing prayer, and I encourage you to rest, to give yourself time to fully integrate. We would like to thank the masters, teachers, and loved ones for their love and compassion. We would like to thank the lords of the Akashic Records for their point of view. And we would like to thank the Holy Spirit of Light for all knowledge and healing. The records are now closed. The records are now closed. The records are now closed. Take deep breaths in and out. Gently bring some energy back into the fingers and toes. Give yourself at least 5 minutes, if not much longer, to come back to integrate after this journey. It's a beautiful practice to journal about what came up. I wish you all so much love, healing, and many blessings. Have a beautiful night.